Hello again. In this video, I am going to give you 3 ways in which you can save phonics lesson preparation time this term. So it's the start of a new academic year imminently if you haven't started already, and I know thoughts will be on setting up classrooms. So the 3 things I'm going to talk about in this video are things that you can easily put in place whilst setting up your classroom and resources for this academic year. So the first mistake that some people make, and I have been there myself, is to do with grapheme cards and how to store them. So I know myself, I had a zipped bag which contained all of the grapheme cards that I was going to need during the year, but actually having them all in a bag together meant it was incredibly time consuming trying to find the cards that I would need for a particular lesson. So I came up with this solution, which worked really well. So it's just a box, and in it there are just pieces of cardboard that are slightly taller than the grapheme cards when lying on their side. And each piece of cardboard has a letter of the alphabet on it. And then behind that letter of the alphabet are all the grapheme cards that start with that letter. So for example, in the A section, we've got graphemes like AU, AW, AI. So it means if you know the grapheme cards you need for a lesson, it's very easy and quick to flick through the box and find the cards that you need. So for me, that saved a huge amount of time when getting ready for lessons at school. The second mistake a lot of practitioners make, and again, I have been in this situation myself, is to store all your magnetic letters in a classroom tray or drawer. The problem, and the reason we do that is because that's often how we inherit them when we move into a classroom. But the problem with that is it takes ages to find the magnetic letters that you need if you're trying to demonstrate something with them. And again, it takes ages for the children to find the magnetic letters they need if they're doing an independent activity, or even like a group intervention where you're maybe using magnetic letters. So 2 solutions to this problem. The first one is sorry, this is slipping down as I hold it up. The first one is I created some magnetic letter boards. So I just printed these out either on paper or card, laminated, and blue tacked them onto the top of a magnetic letter board. And they are just the right size to put magnetic letters directly on the top. And then if they're stored flat with all the magnetic letters on, all the letters the children will need are on the board. And then when it comes to writing words, either in adult initiated activities or in adult led activities, they can pull the letters down and make the word at the bottom of the board. So that's one solution. The other solution for magnetic letters which you might need for demonstrating purposes, or magnetic letters that the children might need when engaged in other types of adult initiated activities, potentially, is to have a box like this. So similar size to a tray. This, I think, was called, is it the Very Useful Box or something like that? Available online, but also in big craft stores. And then basically I've just put little labels, if you can see that. Oops, it's really hard to hold this up, with the capital and the lowercase. And then, so in this first box, we've got capital A's and lowercase a's, and then B's. And then there's a second layer underneath. So they're in alphabetical order. So it makes it very, very quick if you need to select specific letters. So the third mistake, which some people make, and actually this isn't one that I personally have made, but I am aware of other people who have, is that when you have done your phonics lessons for a week or even for the day, you get rid of the paper plan you were using, you throw away the resources. And the reason we do that is because we're so drowning in paper in schools, we just need to try and keep on top of and get rid of any paper that we don't need anymore. But the problem with that is if you stay in the same year group another time, when it comes to teaching that lesson again, you've got to reprint the plan, reprint out all the resources. You're going to save yourself loads of time if you keep the plan. So I used to find a folder with all the plans in it, punched pocket. In the punched pocket is a copy of the phonics plan for the week, and also in the punched pocket are any resources that are needed. So in this instance, there's a little dice game already completed, chopped up, been used, and then can be reused again the following year when you come back to that plan. So there are 3 top tips to save you time when it comes to preparing your phonics lessons. If you would like to access the magnetic box labels, the magnetic letter mat that goes onto magnetic boards, and also some fully prepared lesson plans and engaging accompanying resources, which have been DFE validated and are used within Leslie Clark's Letters and Sounds programme, but also suitable for schools using Letters and Sounds, the original version. There are links in the post accompanying this video. So good luck with setting up your classrooms for this term, and I hope those tips will save you plenty of time as you go through the year.